been having some general Asian cuisine with us. It's pretty nice. Yeah, fucking. I was sat at home on Friday, waiting for them to get back. Like, oh, they'll be back at like what, at worst 4, maybe 5. Turns out, they went to basically the like strip, the like gay, bi, lesbian, blah, whatever strip, and started having some drinks, and got, kind of enjoying the moment and all that, and they came back at fucking 1 a.m. in the morning.
Fair enough. I was going to say it kind of explains why I didn't see any of you guys on.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I say I had a good time.
Oh yes. How was your birthday, my dude?
Yeah, went good. Had brunch on the Friday. Friday, birthday being birthday. Had brunch with the brother. Then went for a little cheeky massage.
Oh, are we talking a happy ending, or are we talking a
Why
massage?
Why does everyone say that?
Because you have to. You have to
It's
ask.
It's the thing. You have to ask.
You have to ask.
It's so boring hearing everyone go, is it one with a happy ending? And it's like, no.
Well, firstly, Connor, of course I'm going to ask. Secondly,
fair enough.
Everybody's going to ask.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that sexually desperate.
Connor, it comes with the territory of being a currently single man. Everyone is going to ask that.
Fine, but yeah, I just wanted comfort and
Comfort,
relaxation. Comfort from the strain on my shoulders and my calves.
And your groin?
From the marathon. No, they remained untouched till the other night.
What, your groin?
Yeah.
So you did get a happy ending.
No, I went to town myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that makes more sense. For a second, I was like, wait, what is that? Oh, he means himself.
Yeah.
I thought, in some way. Anyway, everybody roll d20s to see who recaps, if you remember. If not, whatever.
And I also had a Chinese. That was good.
Oh, by the way.
Hello.
And hello.
Jesus. So, rollies, Mosey and Connor.
Yep.
Oh, by the way,
Get a
my
1.
girlfriend is here listening. So yeah.
Tell your boyfriend to roll a 1.
Wait, who's doing what now?
Mozzie's got his girlfriend in the background listening in on the D&D session to find out what the hype's about.
Oh, I feel so sorry, because we're a bunch of idiots.
It's fine, she's used to me already.
I mean, I hope so, Jesus. Connor.
I think the only thing we manage professionally is the voice acting, and even then it's 50-50.
I mean, I forget most of mine, so it's fine. Connor, what happened last time, if you remember? And feel free to be as vague as you like.
Lucky for you, you know how my memory is. I'm pretty good. Last session, we somewhat cleared up the awkward tension / freeze between seeing the other orc that was heading towards us, and we were like, "Oh shit, another fight." Turns out he seriously didn't want any. So it was like, okay, we'll take this as a blessing and go whatever way. But we ended up talking to the Sphinx, which the Sphinx was, well, very wise, and was a bit awkward because we're in-house arguing with each other of what to do from here on. And then turns out, well, the crystals that are red and blue have their own corresponding effects, but due to the fact that the Sphinx didn't like the orc for reasons, this Sphinx was like, oh, bless thee with the blue crystal, which so happened to be healthier. And, yeah. And then it was like, well, we best get going. The Sphinx was like, I hear several footsteps coming from behind me to to my left, which is your left, which is your right. Well, to my right, which is your left. And we made several assumptions of what it could be, but we didn't want to stick around to find out. And then the orc came back with blood in the sword and was like, "Yeah, if you want a way out, you need to go this way." And then walked on and disappeared. We came over past a little waterfall to see that there was a hobgoblin and a goblin. The bugbear with us seemed to, well, know them both. So whilst we made plans of how to go about, well, dispatching them or getting past them, the bugbear took it his own initiative to walk over and try and make a distraction. He pushed Halfir over and made out he was a prisoner, but secretly he was as free as could be.
Just a small broadening on that one. If I remember rightly, Halfir's check went bad,
Yeah, we tried to sneak past him, and I botched that up.
and then
He opened the gate a bit too loudly.
and then he took that opportunity to save face, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Carry on, my dude.
Meanwhile, the rest of us who had our sneaks made our way around the rock and very surprisingly coordinative went about readying an ambush. And luckily, just about in time, because as we, well, started to make our way around for the ambush, the hobgoblin started to get very aggressive. And then, as he started to get aggressive, we finally were like, you know what, let's do this, Leroy! And, yeah, action broke out. We completely fucked over the hobgoblin. The goblin down there thought, well, fuck this noise, I'm out. Started running, so we gave pursuit. Hit it a little bit, but it wasn't enough to, well, consider killing it because it carried on running. But before that, I forgot to mention, the reason why we decided to ambush was because we established they were not friendly, and we saw bodies of humans in a cart, and we assumed that this guy was the butcher because he had a big old cleaver. But back to the point, we were chasing the goblin. He ran on by. We continued pursuit. The bugbear and... For the life of me, I cannot remember this bit, but someone else got quite far ahead. And
It was
the goblin managed to...
It was the bugbear and Varnex got ahead. Or Varnex ran very fast ahead anyway.
Yeah, Varnex being the monk that he is, got far ahead. The goblin by this point had started making already too much noise to the point it alerted, well, most things in this vicinity, which caused a rally of goblins and other various bugbears to come on through to rally and get ready to attack. And some mysterious deities down here, which Halfir found out the scary way what was down there, whilst we were tunnel fighting between goblins and bugbears, and trying to make a break for the exit to get out of this hellhole and to avoid any more fighting. Unfortunately, our new friend, my new friend, the bugbear, whose name I will probably never know unless someone speaks the language, got downed. We cleared out the rest of the entourage that was waiting for us in the cave. Combat stopped. Halfir revealed that it was a minotaur patrolling its way, confirming that we were in the cave, and made out like it was walking away to, check on us, which was the weird thing considering it's a minotaur.
Its
And it
horns were
vanished.
missing, right?
It's what, sorry?
Its horns were missing, weren't they?
They were filed down a little. He also had what looked to be some kind of collar that was wrapped. Actually, hold on, let me just double check a thing. The collar was wrapped around his waist and led to the back of his neck. You didn't get much of a chance to see what exactly connected it, but you feel like it's probably been jammed into the back of his neck, so if he tries to release the collar in some way, it would skewer him.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, revealed it was a minotaur, and it seemed like it was scouting, which was very weird for, well, considering the natures of minotaurs from what so far we know of basic knowledge. And then we decided upon a new route of where to try and hide or slash exit, because, well, our current exit was being, well, blocked by the minotaur, and we heard the sounds of more reinforcements coming further deeper in the cave. So we decided to go to the altar of elements
The Primordial
and
Gate.
hide there and rest up while hopefully the very patrols that's looking for us may pass by and, well, hopefully not show up, and we will, hopefully be able to wait till the ghost, is clear and we can. But that's as far as I remember, because we managed to climb up and we started respectively resting slash waiting slash hiding.
We had decided that we were going to at least short rest, and then if we could try to push for a long rest to restore spell slots.
That
Yeah.
as well.
Also, lots key points. Oh, shebang.
You know, all the fun parts.
Because we're all pretty spent right now.
The finale to last session, in a minor cliffhanger, was as you all sat to rest, the sounds kind of dimmed in around the 10-minute mark. You never actually saw any creature enter the area, or at least, at the very least, you never physically saw anything. Something could have walked by, you might not have seen it. There wasn't a check good enough if there was something to tell otherwise. As Halfir and Sol both lay at the top of the altar, the Primordial Gate, something flashed bright in Sol's pack, and that is pretty much where we left. So,
You said in his pack.
yeah, it would have been in like his bag. It would have been concealed, but it would have been enough of a flash to be like a small light. So, Sol.
You guys are gonna have to forgive my voice this week, by the way.
That's totally fine.
Why?
It's like
What?
a few days.
Why are we forgiving your voice? Huh?
Because I'm gonna be a little quieter today, most likely. I've been sick like last 3-4 days.
You're normally the quietest one here anyway.
So
I am being extra sassy today.
on the tail end of the last session, Sol, you catch a glimpse of a small flashing light coming from which I assume would be your backpack, is where you would keep a specific item that you know I'm vaguely pointing toward.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What would you do?
I'm gonna take it out and look at it.
As you take it out and look at it, you hold it up. Do you hold it openly so that even Halfir can see, or are you hiding somewhat?
I'm hiding that, only the party members can see and not someone from the outside in case there's someone, like here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to temporarily reveal the picture without the text. Do. Did it reveal to everybody?
I don't see it.
Okay,
No.
hold
I
on then.
don't say anything.
Let me see if it will be here.
If you have the picture separate, like in your
Oh, yeah, there.
There we go.
Pentacore.
Pentacore.
So
That's very interesting looking.
Looks like something from God of War.
as he holds it up and kind of looks at it, a lot of what looks like some kind of runic writing in around it starts to illuminate all across this small sphere that's like a small ball in his hand that's just a little bit big enough that if he threw it, it would cause a dent in something. A bunch of runic writing appears all around it, and let me reveal a thing. And I'm hoping this translates in a literal sense, because if it doesn't, I am going to be very sad, because I did this specifically for the sake of coolness.
All right.
Okay.
Did it work?
What?
I see a
What
bunch of
is this?
squiggles. It's definitely not English.
It's definitely not English.
No, it's Hebrew.
Yeah.
Okay, the first part makes sense.
So if you want, you can speak it out loud to them, or you can speak
Gosh,
it to the
dang it.
players. Either or.
Can,
But
can you send me like the sentence in English?
yes.
Because the first part makes sense, but the second one not so. I'm not so sure.
That is what it should say.
Did you make this especially for Monty?
Yes, literally.
Yeah.
Damn.
I wanted something that he specifically would understand and no one else.
Joke's on you.
Okay.
I can.
Yeah, no, it means
It's Mozzie script.
no. I mean, yeah, it translated it correctly.
How fluent are you in Mozzie?
Not at all.
Mozzie.
Google Translate is more fluent, I'm sure.
Yeah, it is what I used, because I mean, I don't know. I'm so glad it worked.
Okay. What do you mean by like the first part of the second part?
It's kind of to your interpretation on that manner, because just a bit of out of game quick. As long as
Yeah.
the text makes sense in both languages, then fine, great. There's nothing in game that tells you anything else. You just get that in writing in the runes that you seem to naturally decipher. While you're standing on that point, those runes specifically are highlighted and appear to you. What you do with that is up to you.
Okay, I'm gonna. Let's see if I have one. Yep, I'm gonna take a dagger,
Mhm.
slice my palm a little bit, and touch it with the blood.
Okay. As you place your hand over it, you feel this sudden numbness, and you feel for a second as the blood is drained out of your hand, and your wound then immediately cauterizes. The sphere itself, all of the runes that are currently coloured in that kind of greeny blue colour, is turned into a very bright red. The orb itself then starts to shake a little, and you look at it confused, and then you feel your feet start to shift, and as you kind of look down for a moment, you realise the whole structure is moving, and all of you feel the entire thing is shaking. The stairs themselves seem to be slowly sliding inward. You guys look down, and the bottom step has receded inward. It seems like it's making this long pillar from the stairs, and long story short, you guys will need to move to the top.
Oh, so I'm good.
You're good. You're already there. So, Varnex, Conneru, and of course Maverick, are you going to go up to the top before the stairs move away and you fall to a good 30 depth? The stairs are currently receding and forming a pillar.
Yeah, I am definitely moving off of that.
Okay.
I think Carrick and I are both carrying the bugbear. So
By this
both
point,
have carried him up.
since
he's conscious now.
you would have had enough time for him to recover, so he'd be barely conscious, but he would note what's going on and slowly slump his way away. As you all move to the top of the monument, the stairs completely form into 4 separate pillars underneath, and though you can't see it from your current point of view, it looks something kind of similar to an hourglass. You see the giant rock floating above you with the little shards floating around that slowly drops down toward the middle and blocks the hole that has the ladder leading downward. And as it blocks the path, the pentacle in your hand, you feel as it starts to vibrate violently, and it lifts out of your hand, raises up to where the rock was, and it starts to break open, kind of like a puzzle box. Pieces come sliding out and float into the air. Others move further into the orb, until eventually there's this strange sucking vortex of sound that starts to drain the air around it for a moment, and then the puzzle slams shut. And around your feet, here's the Hellraiser puzzle box. Around your feet, the platform you're standing on, you all feel as if your feet are falling slowly through sinking sand. The puzzle box drops back down safely into your hands. The ground around you now has this strange kind of space look to it. Your feet, as they sink through, completely disappear into another place entirely. You don't feel as if it's locking you in place. You feel as if you wanted, you could move, but the only places you could move to is the edge of this platform, or go down further into whatever is below you. What do you guys want to do?
Right now, I think we're all pretty much stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because there's all the hobgoblins out there that will probably kill us, eat us, or whatever this is. Me, Barnex, I'm just gonna go with the flow, and I'm gonna give Sol like an absolute glare. Because he just activated this without even consoling us and knowing what it is.
How do you know? Maybe I
You're
do
the
know
one-
what it is.
Yeah.
You're the one with the
Not the
magic
whole-
box.
Actually, it's a sphere. It's circular.
Oh my god.
Technically, we did see something glowing in your bag, which you got out and semi-presented to yourself.
I think-
yeah.
And
I
you
think,
can't
I think
get
only
from
I would have
us.
seen that. I don't think anyone else other than
Well, the
someone
light
myself
was.
because you guys were.
I was gonna say the light was still audible enough for us to see from below. It
Did
was.
any of
I
us
think.
see the blood in his hand? He just carved his hand.
You would have. I mean, there's no real way to hide all of that. Either way, the sphere
yeah.
would have been visible.
I
May-
didn't hide it.
Maybe the cut on his hand he could hide, but the sphere itself performing all of this is not something that's easily to
but
hide.
I think our monk friend here, well, Varnex, can just put two and two together, be like, there was a sudden flash of light without nothing happening, we're assuming it's Sol. And then, out of nowhere, the stairs are rising up, forming a pillar. So, it's not like, that flash of light, surely it's got nothing to do with the fact the stairs are becoming pillars now.
I mean, I didn't hide it. All in plain sight. Y'all could have stopped me, but you didn't.
That answers your question, Muzzy. That's how we know it's probably you. It's you. Because it's... but yeah.
Okay, right now, we don't really have time to argue.
Nope, you guys are already up to your
Right now.
waists.
Well,
We're slowly
alright.
sinking and arguing between ourselves. Okay, what is it? The unknown or the hobgoblins?
Unknown. And I jumped down.
You start.
I swear to God,
Um,
if you said, "Where's your sense of adventure?"
Adventure away.
Where's your sense of adventure?
Where are you jumping down into?
It's like sinking sand. You can either flail and let yourself be drawn in quicker, or you just slowly sink.
Quicksand.
Do I as my waist and legs are already in? Do they feel like they're still sand just compressing them, or does it feel open beneath?
It feels like if you wanted to, it's not an actual quicksand where you have no chance of getting out. If you wanted, you feel like if you grabbed onto the sides, you could pull yourself out. It feels more like water. It's open and you have movement.
Well, I'm saying, like, do I feel any pressure on my legs,
Oh,
or
no,
does it feel like an open area beneath?
Feels like an open area. Where's your sense of adventure?
Flip, I might let myself just sink through.
Great. Join me.
Yeah, why not?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let myself sink through.
Is that the same consensus for everybody?
Sinking.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I get one of them.
Mm-hmm. I'm here now.
We're here.
Decision to DK.
Okay. So as one by one, you feel your body's not being drawn in per se, but slowly sinking in toward this weird, like, space. Eventually, as it goes up to your heads, within about a second of your eyes being passed through this area, which, as you feel it run past your eyes, there is this moment where you feel a slight necessary. You feel it necessary to close your eyes as this sudden small flash of light hits you. And when you all open your eyes again, you feel your feet touch the ground, and there's an immediate smell of, like, dampness and a slight tinge of rot, but more so from age. It doesn't seem like it's from decaying bodies or anything like that. And as you look around, you find yourselves with a wall at your back.
With a wall at your back. Got your back like a butt crack.
As you look around, it seems to be a cave of some kind. These strange, what look to be like mushrooms, but have the visual constitution of like a gem of some kind. They look like they're a pseudo diamond of some kind. They have the usual, like, heads, the bulbs of mushrooms, and there is specks of colour that would suggest they are mushrooms, but they do look like they're sturdy like a metal. And as you look around, along the walls there are little spatterings of life growing through, very, very uniquely, of bits of, like, shrubbery and twigs and an attempt of a tree growing down here. There's no real sounds other than the sound of a small stream that's nearby that's rushing very gently. What do you want to do?
Can I look around? So, how did we come by here again? Like, does it look like there's a portal or something, or did it just teleport here?
As you kind of look around, you notice the orb currently in Mosey's hand is still illuminated slightly red, but it's dimmed. You look up to where you think you fell down, you look behind you, and it seems like it might have been a one-way, but at the moment you can't tell, unless you want to do a check.
Yeah, right now, Varnix, I'm pretty sure Varnix has, like, no clue what's going on. I'm pretty sure it would appear to be one way. I've probably turned to Soul and ask, is it unlikely that thing can take us back?
Probably. Can I make a roll or something to see?
You can do an Arcana check. You are pretty sure it's not a one-way. given the nature and what you guys have learned about the primordial gates, you think, at the minute anyway, you have, because you've still got the device to open the gate, you can easily reopen the gate with it. It probably will require you use you meet the condition again. But you reckon you could open it again. Given that the primordial gate is specifically here for closing things in, and you're not what's being closed in here.
So I'm going to say, no, we're stuck in here forever.
There's no escape. We must feast on each other now.
No escape.
Inside check.
I was about to say, are you actually saying that?
I'm doing this sarcastically. You don't have to do an inside check. You know that it's sarcasm.
10. I think I read it sarcasm.
Yeah, you're just like, wow, what a dick.
Yeah, what a dick.
We're in the back room, indefinitely.
With the back rooms.
Yeah, let's keep going, I guess.
The one thing I'm going to ask is, we only managed to get in a short rest before this happened,
Yes.
didn't we?
So,
God damn it, so.
just checking if anyone has any hit dice to use. I will give you this one last chance to do so.
Yeah, I think I've used mine, so I'm all good.
I guess before we press on, we could wait, and if we wait just a little while longer, I can make it easier for everyone to stay hidden. But as of right now, that's not possible.
How much longer are we talking about?
Lee, how long did we rest?
You guys would have had at least an hour, so 7 more.
Yeah,
So it's a short rest.
Yeah, several more hours. Yeah.
Well, break out the comfy pillows beneath your backside, sir, but I don't think we really have the luxury of time. Well, being stuck in somewhat of an underground place and not knowing what's in here.
I think we might.
You
I just need.
still
I
don't.
want to ask Sol. Sol, since you have the device, so on the other side, it's unlikely that the hobgoblins can come through and follow us.
No, but I'm talking about what's in here.
Lee, would I know that?
Given the
It's just
given,
that's true,
given the
we'll-
nature of everything, like regardless of the check, you'd be pretty certain they would need to have something similar to your artifact or a greater power, because this is equivalent to planar travel or something
Nah.
like that. And there's
Okay,
no way
another-
these casual bugbears can do that.
Yeah. No, we're pretty safe here. From
So
them,
we-
at least. I don't know what's in here, but from them,
Yes, so-
we're good.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean.
Okay, so we're
The
safe from the
level-
goblins. It's just here.
Our level of danger from the unknown doesn't change based on whether we move or stay. At least from here, we have our backs covered and can't be snuck up on. We only have one way to worry about.
Yeah, I see your point there. But at the same time, we can't exactly let ourselves be, well, backed into a corner.
Can we listen for any
We also can't go
sounds?
gallivanting off into the unknown with our powers significantly diminished.
You can make a perception check if you would like, Varnex.
Thank you. Sorry for interrupting.
No.
Yeah, but
No.
we're just doing casual roleplay, mate.
Okay. As of the
Any
moment,
sounds of the
the only sounds you can hear are the sounds of the stream to your right, the sounds of this wet dripping coming from each of the corners of the cave, and generally just the sound of a soft air. But it doesn't seem like it has a real direction. It seems like it's just this one gentle air that's blowing through every other second. But it's a very, very quiet one at the back of the cave that's moving specifically at the back of the cave, in and out.
can't really hear anything other than us. Should we probably explore
If
a
you
little,
wish, we can
find
scout
someplace low?
ahead. We can come to a bit of a compromise, scout ahead a bit, and then make a decision.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm happy to compromise on that. Scout ahead if there is nothing. Then sure, I'd say we can stay put, but other than that, from my experience of things, I don't really like staying still and waiting for danger to find me.
I'd argue that staying still makes you less likely to be found as you're making far less noise. I would like to start moving ahead to scout, but then rolling a stealth check.
Mm-hmm.
I shall attempt the stealth check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it finally comes
Finally.
round.
Normal.
Just give me a second.
As I'm moving forward, hearing my party behind me, proving my point, making noise,
Clink,
moving,
clunk,
make
crash.
more noise.
You're just there with the quietest, gentle steps, just taking each second to like tiptoe, and then you just hear clink, 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 clink. Just like, ah, god damn it, guys. There's this weird.
Is this a stream right here?
Yeah. There's this weird dripping sound that Varnex heard. There's this small bit that sounds like it increases, like a little spattering of rain for a second. A little bit of water falls to your left. These little droplets, like 7 droplets, hit the floor at once. And then at the right side of the cave, you hear a couple of heavy-sounding droplets. It's enough to leave a small echo, but you're not sure if that's because the cave itself is very dense, or if it's just a momentary thing.
So those series of drips, it's unlikely that they're from stalactites just dripping down.
It could be. As you kind of look up quickly, your vision can't quite see if there's anything up above you. It's just a blackness.
No, you
above
said
you.
those drips. Are they coming from this direction? You said, or more this direction?
There's some coming from above here, and there's some coming from over here.
Are you on the GM layer pinging? Because I can't see ping.
Nope, I was drawing on the map.
Oh, gotcha. I see it.
I'd like to whisper with my party members. Anyone have dark vision or anything to see in these environments?
Can you not see?
Not that far in the dark, no.
I can see quite alright, to be honest with you, mate. I was sort of like signal behind me and be like, I think this one might be slightly blind as a bat.
We're in the dark.
I'm talking about a fruit bat, to be honest, mate.
He said, "Burp."
Good news is I can see most of this chamber, I think. Don't see anything at the moment.
So do you guys maybe wanna stay back and rest for a while and then continue exploring?
I've got no complaints. But the one thing that does worry me that if we sunk downwards and this place seems to be below the river that was above us. I'm a bit worried about being flooded in.
Lee, do I have any that we are physically below, or we're like in a demi-plane sort of situation?
Make your this is dependent on proficiency, except for religion. Make a Arcana, a Perception, or a Religion check. Religion is the only one that doesn't rely on you having proficiency.
Gosh, I guess I'll do Arcana because that's more than what I want to learn. Better perception.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
So the way you sunk down, it felt very gentle in a weird way, but there was quite a heavy magical element. As you were sinking through, there was this whole body subtle tingling, and as you moved through, it didn't feel like there was enough time that passed, and it felt like a transition more so than a shunt. It feels like you possibly have jumped through a different place and time rather than sunk a few feet down. So it feels... Yeah. I can't give you exactly a teleport or a planar thing, but you've definitely moved further than just 100 feet down or 100 feet up.
Okay. Yeah, I will then turn to... gosh, I can't remember your character's name. Yeah. I don't think it's as simple as just sinking down. I don't think we're going to have to worry about flooding too much. There is extra magical things going on. I don't think we'd have to worry about flooding. At least not from where we came.
Fair enough. Well, that shouldn't make somewhat concern. But hey, I'm not quite familiar with magic. I'm just going with my gut.
What would we all like to do?
I'd like to rest.
Okay. Connor?
Yeah, I'll agree upon being a rest because, as Carrick stated, the conditions of his agreement would be he wanted to scout the area first, and then he's down for accommodating for a rest if all seems well.
There you go.
I think we're going back over there, won't we?
It's up to you.
Well, if you guys don't want to set up over there, I will for sure. Just kind of keep an eye on the entry.
No, I meant I see the camp being set there. Just wondering if we're going to set camp here, which was slightly more dug in.
I will note as well, specifically right there is a wall. The edge of the map is the edge of the map.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm more looking to make sure nothing else is accessing the gate. Keep dropping down.
Who has...
So I probably can't, like...
Who has at least 60 foot of dark vision?
I do.
I do. Well, I have more anyway.
Okay. Sol?
Due to things.
Wait, what race are you?
I'm just
Who, me?
checking. He's a human.
Yeah.
I'm a human variant,
What-
but it's to do with my class, which is the reason why I can see.
Gotcha. I see.
Would the pair of you make me a perception check?
Who, me?
The pair of you.
Okay.
Because your vision...
People the only two that can see in the dark.
Okay, fair enough.
You gotta be kidding me.
Ooh. Double 11s. So,
Alright.
as you two, and I assume it'll be a joint understanding, that everyone's going to start camping and having a decent rest, you two are kind of, with your visions, you're not naturally looking, but for the sake of my own knowledge, because you'd have the vision range, you don't catch sight of anything that looks to be alarming. As you're kind of looking around, you look up toward the roof. There are a couple of stalagmites and stalactites and all the other fun. There are a couple of, to be like these pools of liquid slowly dripping from the roof downward. It seems maybe there's a second floor above you. As of the moment, you can nary understand what's above you, but you're pretty sure with the very gentle amounts of water that are dripping through, at best, if something did come dripping through here, came flooding through here, there would be enough space in here that you wouldn't be completely submerged in it. So, Varnix is not here for the moment, but Sol?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you make me a perception? Actually, wait. Do you have at least 60 feet of dark vision, or any way to get to that range?
I have 30 feet of dark vision.
Ah, then never mind.
Yeah.
So, are you joining them in going for the long rest?
Yes.
Okay. Now, here's the
How
popular
many spell
question.
slots? Say, how many spell slots do you have, Mosey?
No? None.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where I'm at too.
Who's taking first watch?
I'm happy to take. I'm happy to take the last two watches, if anything, because most of my rest, most of the things I require rest for is only short rests mainly. So anything else, I'd just happily stay awake for a majority of it.
Okay.
And there's still exhaustion. You might.
Exhaustion, yeah, but I can just relax a little bit rather than just I'll still be awake and alert looking out, but I'm not going to be straining myself, per se.
Okay. So you've got second and third. Brick will join for the first and the second, which of course is the bugbear, who at the minute is very confused, understandably, considering you guys are basically doing the equivalent to him at the moment. So he's kind of just there like, I don't know what's going on. Don't think I signed up for this, but...
I will also like to state, whilst communing all this, I will low-key, in a way, relay it to him, either through a mixture of sign language and, signing / pointing gestures, as well as bits of bits of Orcish to hopefully get the message through.
Make either a general intelligence or a performance check.
General intelligence or performance, you say?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll be best off doing it.
Oh, bitch. Okay, so
Let's go.
somehow, with a series of, like, gestures and kind of just, like, points and general hints, you relay to him why the situation is, how, and what you think is going to happen. Hold on. Go on, you, get out.
That's not very nice to say, the joke.
No, the dog came, like, rampaging through, just, like, banged his head into the door.
I was making that slight joke because I heard that. Mwah.
And yeah, he's strangely enough seems to understand, or at least you believe he does anyway, because he kind of just keeps on giving like a nod, helps set up the tent and whatnot. So Vonix.
At that point, Carrick's just like fully convinced. Okay, he's understood me,
Like, oh, you got
and
it.
thinks to himself, well, I guess learning some form of sign language from the past kind of helped, and he's
Hand
sort
gestures.
of like smacks to himself.
Vonix, everybody is taking the remainders of a long rest. Where would you like to be on the watch? First, second, or third?
Whichever.
Helpful.
Okay, fine. Second.
Okay. So at the minute we have Brick the Bugbear on the first watch and second watch, Carrick on the second and third, and you on the second. Halfir.
I'm on the first
Okay.
with Brick.
Yes. And Sol.
I can go
Third.
whichever left, I think last.
Yes. Okay. So we have Brick and Halfir on the first, Carrick, Brick and Varnex on the second, and Carrick and Sol on the third. So, where would you guys like your tent? I will give you control of it. Feel free to throw it around as you like.
Yeah, Jeff, where would you
It's a
like
lot
to
of
turn?
power.
Oh yes.
I don't know.
What do you mean you
I'm
don't
kinda
know?
sitting
You're the
here.
one organising this shindig.
I just said rest.
You want to rest. You decide where. You're the point man on this.
I'm not the only one that wants to rest. What are you talking about?
I understand these decisions are very important, guys, but we need diplomacy, okay? We must have a voting system. Okay, that'll do.
Yeah. It has a nice view of the lake. The fire is now in front.
Yeah, man, gotta sit around the fire, get cozy. So place yourselves wherever you would like to be. The next most important question. Oh, as well, if anyone is actually sleeping, place yourselves in the tent or anywhere you deem that you would be comfortable. The important question is armor. Is anyone wearing armor?
Yep.
What type?
Any armor specifically, or any like classification?
Heavy and medium.
Heavy.
Oh,
Magic armor?
If it's in one of those categories, yes. Or is it literally just you've cast it with magic? It's just an illusionary kind of thing.
No, mage armor.
Oh no, don't worry about that. That has no bearing. No weight.
the armored cowl of the Seeker. That's light armor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, as well, did I actually put that on your sheet? I honestly don't remember.
It's on my sheet. I have it on my sheet.
Oh, okay. Good.
I just don't. I'm looking for the. Where's the handout for it actually?
Can't
Like
see.
in the.
I might have to.
Or was there? I don't remember if there even was one.
Weird. I thought I made a thing for it. I will have to get back to you on that. Though I think.
That's fine.
Okay. Strange. Because I do remember it was a set amount and added your modifier to it. We'll deal with it at some
And
point.
that's why my AC is up to 18 right now.
Mm.
So it was 12 plus my intel, like my highest
Which is your